Hi everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and I haven't been on in a few days. A lot's been going on, which I will share at the end of the video. But tonight I sat at the table and I, follow a lot of other people. It's not a design that I came up with, but I'm from Long Island, and on the North Shore there are these rocks, and I've seen so many photographers, so it's not, one particular person who has done this that I have witnessed. And I've always loved the different shades that rocks can form. So I did follow this woman who is an excellent artist, and she did this painting, but hers came out a lot different, of course, because she's been doing it a long time. This is my first try at doing these rocks. So I don't claim to be, a professional college, graduate of art studies or anything like that, but I have always been interested in painting. It's been something that I became very interested in and am self-taught. So I'm going to do this in my sketchbook. I'll show you some of the things before we get started that you may have seen in some of the videos. So here is an example of some tulips, and there's different ways that you can make tulips. So this is just one. So I was practicing with some birds, and I used to draw birds back on Long Island kind of differently, but these are whimsical and I love them. I love birds and animals. I just absolutely love animals, and I watch a lot of them on YouTube, especially parrots. I had an African gray and Dalmatians and fish and turtles and all kinds of things. But okay, so here's a whimsical tree, some more birds, my first attempt at a whimsical landscape, which I'd like to do for all of you, but this took a long time, so I don't know when I will approach that again. But okay, so then I did some pansies with you all. This is a whimsical attempt at a flower. So I just, put out different colors around and then drew over it and did some doodling. On the one that I did on the video, let me see if I can find it. I did a lot of gold after I finished the video, and I really liked the way it came out after the gold was added to it. So that's that. And this is a whimsical doodle kind of thing that I did. Here's a turtle. Of course, you know what it is, some fish. And these are some things I was practicing at my son's that I will do a video on. And not too crazy about that, but here we go. So I'm going to clip this down, and I'm going to draw irregular shapes just as rocks are. So the first thing I did was I put washi tape around it to give it kind of that border look. So here we go. And from what I understand, you don't want to put your large rock circle in the middle of the page. You want it to be off-centered. So there's a lot to learn by listening to other people on YouTube. There's a lot of great artists, and you just want to find the one that appeals to you. I consider myself like a beginner in watercolor. However, I spent a lot of time trying to perfect it and get better. So I think that all of us can paint, draw, do ceramics, whatever it is that you find interesting. It's just a matter of practicing. And it's so sad because it really lifts your spirits. You feel fantastic, after you create whatever it is, especially even if you're working in your house. You'll know that when you finish it, putting something, installing something, that might have been a challenge, you feel pretty good about yourself after you're all done. Many people do home improvements, so I'm sure you can relate with the frustration that it brings, as well as the feeling of accomplishment when you're finished. And then you never want to do it again. So here we go. I'm just making irregular shapes because rocks are irregular. That we know. They're all different shapes. So, and this does remind me of, this is a very therapeutic activity because, you know, we can all draw different shapes, and I probably should try to go a little bit faster. This is what I need to learn to practice on, is putting a timer on and timing myself so that I learn to improve the rate of speed that I'm going at also, because I have a tendency to go slow and I want to improve that. So here we go. I hope everybody is doing well out there, and all I do is ask you, if you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you get notified when I am doing something. And if you look at my channel, you'll see that I've switched over from doing junk journals to going into painting. And I used to paint, if you're new to this channel, it's none of my work is on here, but I used to paint with acrylics, and I always had a fear of watercolor because I always thought you couldn't control it, and with acrylic, you know, you can fix mistakes, but you can do the same thing I'm learning with watercolor, and you can get different values out of your watercolor by using different amounts of water. And you know, there's techniques, I haven't tried it yet, but you can use salt to, you know, maybe I'll get the salt. Let me go get the salt, and together we'll see how that works. So I got the Morton salt, and we'll put that to the side. Okay, so trying to remember what I did before, so forgive me if I don't do it right, but I think I will. I think I will, I think I will, I think I will. I think I can. Okay, so I have two blues, and I took them out of the Kuretake set, which I highly recommend you getting. So I took out Cobalt Blue and Ultramarine, two different blues. You can use one blue, you don't have to. I took out a yellow, I think this is lemon yellow. Yes, lemon yellow and cadmium orange. And then I took out red, and I took out carmine. So with these, I'm going to mix them on a plate and try to get different, so we'll put some of this blue cobalt, we'll wet it down, put it on the plate right here, and then we're going to mix some yellow, lemon yellow in there, and we'll get a, now we got like a green texture. So let's take some red, add a little bit of red, maybe too much, and it's now starting to look brownish with a little bit of, so I'm going to put some yellow, and still not happy. It's turning brown, which is what I want. Okay, now we got this gray blue color. I really like that. Okay, with brown, too much brown. Okay, let's get the blue and go over here. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is just fill in some of the circles. And even though this is coming out dark, it's going to, when it dries, it's going to dry much lighter. Watercolor always dries lighter. Okay, so just go around this like this. And I'm going to use this color sporadically around. Keep using the same color. And that's what's, you know, I love rocks. I love crystals. I have some beautiful crystals. Amethyst, rose quartz, citrine. Oh, I think it's raining. And just gorgeous. I got them all over the place. I have a beautiful stone that I use for meditation, and it was a very expensive one. Okie dokie, we're getting a little bit lighter, so we're going to go in here. I'm going to mix and give more of like a darker gray look. So that's what we're going for. We're going for different gradients of gray. And now we'll go in here. And then we're going to mix red and blue together. Okay, so then we're going to go down here. We're going to get this red. And we're going to bring it over here. And then we're going to get this blue, which is ultramarine. And this was carmine. So we're going to mix these together. And we need a lot more blue. There we go. We're getting purple. A little bit more. There we go. With the red, purple, beautiful. And then we're just going to add this up here and maybe lighten it up a little bit. Didn't really do that, did it? But you know what? It's going to dry lighter. It's going to be beautiful. So we're going to do that again. We're going to come over here and we're going to get more. So tonight I was online and my friend Eddie Shepik, who you can find on Facebook, told me he just signed a deal with, I think, Nickelodeon, and he's making a movie. He's out in California right now. He's somebody very interesting. I found him on Facebook during a tornado, and he was doing the weather, which kind of was like crazy. And I remember saying to my mother, "Mom, you got to check this guy out. Look at him. He's standing out in the storm on the beach, and he's doing the weather." Actually, he was doing it better than the weather channels. So I started watching him, and then we became friends. He lives over by my brother on the East Coast, so we have gotten together in the past, but I haven't seen him in a long time. But he sent me a new friend request. I don't know, maybe he got in trouble for doing something on Facebook, but he created another page under his mother's name. I think it's Mary Collage, if I'm correct. And so I followed him, and that's when I saw he was, I was like, what is he doing? And sure enough, he was showing his camera crew, and they were making a movie. So I sent him a private message, and I was like, Eddie, what's going on? And hello, love. We're making a movie out here in California. I said, wow, that's great. So you know what I want to get now? Let's mix the orange. So yeah, that's what's going on with Eddie Shepik. I gotta find his page. You gotta follow. Oh, he's on YouTube too. He's a character. Let me tell you, he is a character. Nice guy. I really like him. Yes. So here we go. Coloring in the rocks, and then after I'm all done, I'm going to take some black paint, and of course this is probably going to come out different than the first one, because I'm not a pro at mixing colors, but it's interesting to mix colors. Let's see if we mix the carmine here, what happens. We still get mud, but we get a different color of mud. So you're going over here. And like that. Oh, there is a pen that I tried on the other one, but I didn't like the way the veins came out too thick for me. So this one, I use this pen, which covers up the paper. I forget what it's called. Oh, masking. It's a masking pen. So you take it out and you shake it and you keep dabbing down until the ink starts coming out. And it'll come out in the shade of blue. And then you can mask out areas that you don't want to show. But I kind of feel that the lines are too light, too thick. I wish they had been thinner. And when I saw the demonstration, they did look thinner. So, but I don't like the way that they came out on mine. I feel that they're too thick. Okay. I probably need a class instruction on mixing paints, but you know what? This is how you learn, right? This is how you learn, guys. You do it. You do it and you get different colors. Now let's go down here. I really want more blue. I want more blue. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. And of course, they will dry much lighter. And it's a very tranquil experience. I mean, we can all do this. You know, put on some calm music and just paint, you know, circles and mix your reds, yellows, oranges, and get different shades. And you're going to have fun. And then what I'm doing is just spreading the colors around the paper. So we have the same colors all around. So I got one here, here. I'm going to go up here and do this one. There we go. Maybe I'll go over here. And I really enjoy working with the painting rather with the Kuretake paints. I don't know, there's something really special about them. I love the Grabby also, that was my first set, and I also got the Winsor Newtons. I don't know that I'm really super happy with the color selection, but that's just me. I love the selection that you have in the Kuretakes. I think they're really great. And so here it is. We're doing our, and we can take some of this other color and blend it in with some of the other rocks. You know, because rocks do have different colors in them. If you're looking closely at them, they're beautiful. There we go. Yeah, so today I met up with a friend of mine, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years. We had lunch together. It was really nice. She used to live next door to me, and we got to see each other today and had lunch. It was fantastic. Yes, it was. I definitely needed it. And I haven't been online because I have been at my son's house, who lives 3.5 hours away from me. So, you know, I was helping him a lot. Him and his girlfriend broke up. I know I shouldn't be talking about all this stuff online, but that's what happened. They broke up, and you know what? They had 3 kids under the age of 4, and they both worked full time on different shifts. So, you know, it was kind of hard. But I have to say that I'm very proud of the 2 of them, because they are co-parenting very well, and they're keeping each other up to date on everything that's going on. So who knows, maybe they will get back together in the future. They're both good parents. They're just under a lot of stress. Okay, what are we going to do here? We got red, we got orange. Let's put yellow in here. Get the yellow. Yes, a little bit of yellow. Lemon yellow coming up. Yep, so I was so busy at their house, at his house, it's his house, and I redid his closets, and he's so appreciative. So, you know, I mean, it's hard to keep up with 2 kids, 2 and 1, The older boy is from a previous relationship his girlfriend had. And yeah, a lot of work. Running after 2 kids that are babies, 2 years old and 1 year old. And I told Brian, I said, you know, Brian, you got too many toys here. Oh, no, Mom, not enough to, no, we don't. We need all these toys. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many toys. But, you know, that's what you do when you're a parent. I know I did it. And I remember the house being a disaster because of all the toys. Okay, I'm just filling in some of these areas here. And then what I'm going to do, oh, one more. What I'm going to do, let's get some, see if we have some red. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. And then I'm going to move this over, this plate. And I'm going to get my black. And I'm going to clean off my brush. And we're going to go in, move this water over and take this water. And now we're just going to use black. And we're just going to go in. Oh, you know what I did with the other one? I used a finer tip. I'll use this one. Probably in some areas I could use the what is this, an 8 round. Then after that I'm going to use the Grabby 3 round. So I'll go in here and go around. And let me bring this over. And it gives it more dimension when you put that black in. So let's go here. Yeah, so that's why I haven't done any videos. I've been super busy with Ella and Dennis. And then we went to my daughter's, and also my granddaughter Amelia had a graduation. So we were over there also. Okay, I can see where it's bleeding a little bit, but you know, that doesn't bother me. It actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to go over here and just do a thin line. And you can see my hand is a little shaky. I mean, I'm not going to do every single fine line here, but I'll do the best I can. And then after I stop videotaping, I'll go back over it all and make sure the lines are smooth. But just for a quick demonstration, I'm going to show you what you can do as a beginner. Because this is only my 2nd time doing this. And I think you can do it too if you choose or want to. I think that's the big trick. You know, you have to really want to do a certain art. There's so many talented people out there. Oh my God. Every day I come across somebody new. There's a guy that I discovered. He's on Instagram. I forget his whole name. I know the first name is, it might be Nicholas Strathmore. I'm not sure. But anyway, I couldn't find him. She said he's on Instagram, but I couldn't find, and then I got distracted. And I'll go back and look for it. But what he does is he uses ballpoint pens and draws portraits, and he's, you know, just regular ballpoint pens that have different colors. You know, the ones that are have several different colors, and you click the color down. Like if you want red, you click down red. You want blue, you click the next one. So he uses those type of pens and draws portraits. He's incredible. Okay, the other thing is, there's a girl who lives down here in my town, Bradenton, and she is an incredible artist. I bumped into her and said, you know, I'd really love to see your artwork, and she said, sure, follow me on Facebook. So I said, oh, okay. So I looked at her work, and I'm telling you, it is incredible. She can draw. She painted the Mona Lisa, some Zebras. This woman looks like an old artist, performer from years ago. She painted her. Oh my God, gorgeous. So, yeah, became Facebook friends. And just recently, I started putting some of my paintings up on my Facebook page, which I never do before. So I was like, all right, let me see. And I have to tell you, it's really hard to get established and have a channel and have people follow you. It's very difficult. I've been doing this almost a year. June 18th, I think it is, will be a year. And I've done over 200 videos. So if you do like what I'm doing, I would greatly appreciate if you could hit the like and subscribe button, because YouTube is paying attention to the people that are following you. And it just encourages me to do more and more and more if my audience likes what I'm doing. So, back to painting. And I got this little hair that is hanging on my nose and tickling me. Okay. All right, here we go. And I guess, you could use a pen to do this. But I'm using the brush and the water color, black. And I did smush it here, but you know what? I kind of like the way it looks. Okie dokie. And here we go. I wish I could figure out how to put some music on while I'm painting. But I haven't spent enough time figuring all that stuff out. Some people use certain software that is like incredible, and they have great introductions and just really nice. There we go. And I shouldn't worry too much about my lines because I'm going to go over this afterwards. I just want to get this so that you get an idea how it will look. And we're getting there. Just hang in there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I saw some of his drawings with ink, pens, different colored pens, and incredible. So what it comes down to is constant practicing to build muscle memory and, learning how the paints work. Only way that's going to happen is just by, doing it. And you're not going to like every single painting that you do. I don't. But, that's how you get better. Oh, and I took out the salt. I was going to use the salt. I forgot. Sorry. we'll do that on a future video. There we go. And we'll see how that comes out. Okay. This is actually a very relaxing kind of Zen meditation. You know, it's very hard to paint and talk. There we go. Too much water. There we go. So another thing happened today was I have this very good friend of mine. Her name is Emily. And she's an extremely wise person, very intelligent. And I usually talk to her several times a week. And I noticed that when I tried to get in touch with her for the past couple of days, she wasn't responding. I got a little concerned. So I reached out to another friend, good friend of hers, who I know, and found out she was in the hospital. She apparently had a UTI or something. I'm not sure if I'm getting all the details right, but she almost had a stroke too, from what I understand. So yeah, that happened today. But fortunately, she's okay. And okay, so I'm not crazy about the lightness of the black, but as you can see, this is how it's coming along. So let me just, there's some areas that just need a little bit more black, but I basically wanted you to see how it looks. And I messed up over here. I can see I messed up. All right, try to fix this. I think my hand bumped into it. All right. So that's what, let's take the tape off and see how it looks. And there you go. So just by using, actually you don't need all 6. You just need a red, yellow, and a blue, or red, yellow, orange, and blue, and you can get all these different colors. Look at how cool that is. So if you enjoyed this, please hit the like and subscribe button and the notification so you find out what's happening. Now, I did promise you at the end of this video that I would tell you something, and I have very sad news. Yesterday, I had to put Baxter to sleep. So for those of you that have been following me and have seen the little guy, I am very sad to report that he was extremely sick. He was 14 years old. He started losing, it just started happening within the past week and a half, like really going downhill. And I was at my son's and he was just peeing and crying and wanting water, and I called the vet, and I got back home and I took him in, and they did a urinalysis on his urine, and his glucose levels and everything were so high, and the vet, you know, recommended it was probably good time, and I agreed. I was like, you know what, he's 14, and he's not doing well. He's depressed and everything. He wasn't taking his long walks, so I had to say goodbye to him. And I just want you to know it's a very difficult time, and I am trying really hard to persevere. So with that, I say good night.